Well, hello there.
Hello.
Welcome to Lake City Adventures. We are headed up Henson Creek to check on our property, and we're driving by the ice climbing wall and thought we would show you what it looks like in process of growing. They are currently farming ice. It's been very cold around here. I got up the other day, it was 1 degree.
Yeah, it's about 32 or 33 right now. It's about a week before Thanksgiving.
Yes, and so it's been very cold, so they've been getting some good ice. So let's show you around a little bit. Here's a little shot of the Devil's Kitchen area, and you can see the top here. There's active ice farming going on. So the river is still flowing, but it's actively freezing, and soon enough it will be frozen. Isn't that beautiful? What a beautiful sight.
How neat that is. I'm gonna walk across it, okay?
Please don't.
Yeah.
We're not cold plunging today. Even though I want to do that this year, but look at that. Don't.
Yeah, you're not walking on that.
No, do not.
There's your stuff on it, it's wet.
But, you know, this ice is actively growing, and soon enough we'll be able to walk across. So remember when we took you on a tour here and we walked across, this will all be frozen. They put the warming hut at the other area, which we're going to show you. But anyway, this is one part. We're going to drive up the road and show you the other. I don't know if you can see, but they're also farming high there.
Just wanted to show a little closer this frozen waterfall scene. So this is all water normally, but this right here is all frozen, obviously. And then right here, there's a little, this is man-made, I think, this little waterfall area to create fish habitats, right? But see how there's water coming through the frozen waterfalls? It's beautiful. All right, this might be hard to see because we're a little bit backlit by the sun, but we showed you this farming. And check out if I scroll down here a little bit, down the hillside. Wait for it. There it is. So that's all farming ice down there. It's all being pumped out of the river just to kind of get flown down the mountainside to freeze up for ice climbing. So we came down the road a little bit to the next stop in this massive Lake City ice climbing park. And this is the Dynamite Shack. Buffy wanted to point out that it's called the Dynamite Shack because if you look behind you back here, that is the Dynamite Shack. What's the history of that? Do you know?
It's where they used to store dynamite. That's really all I know about it. And I actually think the county, like County Road and Bridge, when they used to blast, they stored dynamite there. So.
Okay. Is there still dynamite in there?
I don't think so. I think the dynamite has been removed.
Well, that's why it's called the Dynamite Shack.
Look up there, you can see the...
Yeah. Here is the hillside of the Dynamite Shack. This will all be covered in solid ice eventually. And I don't know if I can see spraying on this side of it, but up here, you can definitely see the spraying water up there, farming this ice, I think 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
It won't be long before this is pretty solid. I mean, it's been so cold. So this is, I don't know how many hundreds of feet all the way along this hillside, all the way down here. This is all ice climbing wall. It'll all be solid ice eventually.
And perspective, if you look back that way, you can see the Devil's Kitchen ice. So it is really a massive park.
Yeah.
There's a little gap in here where there isn't
Devil's
much farming.
Kitchen kind of right down there. Yeah.
But it's basically this entire canyon, I would say.
Yeah, so it used to be, what, one spot, and then it was 3, and then now it's 4 this year with the new one?
Now, I'm not exactly sure. The article's coming out in the paper this week. But I think they added like 650 feet and a new pump.
Yeah.
So.
And this isn't even the biggest stretch. The biggest stretch is the next one.
The beer garden, we're headed there.
Yeah, that's the big one. That's where we actually walked across the river last year. We just pulled over on the way up to the beer garden. So this whole wall, this entire stretch, all the way across, is all ice climbing. You can see up there more water spraying as it's farming. And up to the right of us is the beer garden. But here you can see how the pumps work. So this is a pump in the river. Right over there, it's kind of protected by that circular metal shield. And then it pumps the water across the river and all the way up. Can you see it? Yeah, it's right to the left of this tree. You can see the black line going all the way up. And that's how they pump the water. It must be a heck of a pump because that is a high rise. But they pump the river water up there just to spray it back down. So the water doesn't get wasted. It's not city water or anything like that. I think some of it is, but this part is all river water. And then in spring, it all just melts back off and flows back down into the river. All right, so we came down to the biggest portion of the ice park. This is the beer gardens. You can see the water spraying there. Actually, it's kind of cool with the sun coming through the trees. And just the beginning stages there of the ice wall, which starts right about there. And this will all be completely solid ice all the way down to pretty much the edge of the rocks all the way down there. And so this is the little beer garden parking lot. There's a lot of room down here for people to park and camp. This is where those tents will be set up that you may have seen in our last video for warming with a wood burning stove, and more parking past where we're parked here, more parking down there. And then the ice climbing festival, the ice climbing contest that happens every year is basically right here.
We're gonna have to try to come down here and get video of that this year.
And this is where, I think down there somewhere is where we walked across the river last year. Yeah, because that's the opening through the wood fence right there. And there's Lake City farther down that way. And we are gonna keep going up towards the cabins to check on them and check on the solar and the batteries and animal traps, check on the mine, and that's up that way. All right, we came up to cabin number 1. It sure is beautiful up here. Sun shining, mid-30s, snow-capped mountains, snow-capped roads. So we're gonna go in and check on the solar panels. I have to update you guys on the status of the battery situation too, because I don't think I ever did that. I'll do that later. Buffy's making it her mission this year to keep the deck of the cabin cleared off. Usually this turns into feet of snow and ice. So she came up the other day and shoveled it all off, and it left this, there was an ice layer that wouldn't come off, but now the sun's been out and this ice layer is coming off pretty easy. So she's going to try to clear all this off because she's crazy. Like, it's not going to snow again tomorrow.
I know, but I want to try to keep up on it this year. I wasn't very good last year.
Ah, winter. That looks fun, doesn't it? Don't you wish you lived in a state with lots of ice? Just a quick view of the mountains and the river from off the deck. There's Cannibal Plateau down there. And the river, it's pretty close to all the way frozen down here just because this big canyon gets no sun. There's still some pockets of open water, but it's pretty frozen. It'll be pretty solid here, I think, pretty soon, and then the water just keeps running underneath the ice. I bet you could almost walk across this right now. Just another view down Henson Creek towards Cannibal. There's the old Hidden Treasure Mill site. We've talked about that in previous videos, so check out some of our older videos touring this area. And there's the Alpine Gulch Bridge down there. And river's freezing up on our side. This is by our cabin. All right, so we came up here to the Hard Tack Mine in winter mode, although there's not that much snow up here yet.
Not yet, but there's a whole lot of winter maintenance that goes on up here. One of the biggest challenges is keeping the pack rats and the mice under control because it is a mine tunnel. So we have to come up and check traps and keep the ice chipped away from the door and do winter maintenance. So that's what we're here for.
Yeah, it's definitely still fall. This is all still dry, but this gets a lot of ice built up in front of the door here. This little kind of cubby by the rock, so it can be hard to open this door. So right inside the door of the mine, there's water that drips down, and it's just cold enough just by the portal to freeze. So it creates these stalagmites that we call the nuns. And we're going to open this door and see if they're here.
This door always gets a little tight.
Can you do it?
Yeah, I can do it.
Open.
Oh, they've grown a lot since yesterday,
Are they?
guys. Yeah, so Dad and I came up 2 days in a row. And the first day, these were just tiny little bulbs. And yesterday, they had grown a couple of inches. And now they're like, I
6
think
inches?
that's like 4 inches more than they were.
We'll try to keep you updated throughout the season because these will get to probably 4 to 5 feet tall over the next month or so.
Yeah, and they look like angels.
They'll get to like this level in this, just right here. This is the only spot of the mine where it actually gets cold enough to freeze. Otherwise, as you go down the tunnel, it's pretty much the same temperature year round.
It stays like 48 degrees.
Yeah.
In fact, and you told them we call these the nuns.
The nuns, because they kind of look like nuns.
It's dark, but we're going to get in here and it'll be a little bit lighter.
We just turned the power on, which I guess means that the solar has power, so that's good.
Yeah, and you can see some water and stuff we store in this part of the tunnel because it doesn't freeze.
Yeah.
So none of this freezes. It stays cool, but it doesn't freeze.
We still have on our to-do list to do a Hard Tack Mine partial tour on our channel.
A real tour.
Right. So we're going to do that. Can't show everything because you got to come take the tour to see everything,
Right.
but give you an idea.
It's closed down.
Yeah. This is not its open appearance. Everything's all covered and bagged up and protected from the critters.
Yeah, so we just have a few traps that we have to check.
Oh, that's right. I can check the panels right here. I forgot. 100%. Sweet. Okay. So this is a remote meter. If you saw our previous videos, we ran this 300-foot cable from here up the rock, through the mountain, up to where the batteries are, up in the generator shack above the mine. And it's 100% charged. I love that we can check it here. Don't have to go all the way up to the shack to check on it. That's great. So I told you guys that I would update you on the battery status since I didn't before. So you remember our previous videos if you are a Lake City Adventures diehard subscriber. And we were testing our batteries and we tried to do a process called desulfation to see if we could recoup some life out of them. Well, all that failed miserably and didn't help one bit. So there were 6 batteries here at the Hard Tack Mine. 2 of them were totally dead. 2 of them were mostly dead. And then the last 2 were okay. And so working with that company, Windy Nation, that I've told you about before, these guys are amazing. And so those batteries are about $200 each, actually over $200 each. And they sent me 3 batteries for free and then 1 battery that we paid at a discount. So we ended up having to pay less than the price of 1 battery and we got 4 replacement batteries. So up there now we have 4 new batteries and then 2 batteries that are pretty good. And then at our cabin down below, I had 4 batteries that will be 10 years old next year. And so that's just their lifespan. And they had also had a few issues. We had the charge controller die on us once. And so they got discharged in the winter and got really cold. So all 4 of those batteries were basically dead. There was 1 that was still kind of partially alive and the other 3 were dead. So I took all those out. We put in the 4 new batteries up at the mine battery bank. And then I took the 2 best batteries that were still left, which were kind of mostly damaged, but not totally damaged. Put those down at our cabin with the 1 that was still okay. So right down at our cabin now, there are 3 batteries that are partially damaged and it's not great. I'm going to have to replace them next year, but it's enough to keep it through the winter so we can at least go in there and turn on the lights and use power for an hour or 2 probably before they would die. So yeah, so up here at the mine, we have 4 new batteries and 2 pretty good batteries. So I think we'll be good for a few years. And at the cabin, we've got 3 batteries that are all not great. And I'm going to have to replace those. I am looking into using a lithium battery, which is more expensive, but maybe not because you can get them kind of combined. So I can get a 200 amp hour, 12 volt lithium battery for about the same price as 2 100 amp hour non-lithium battery. But the lithiums don't do well in the cold, but these lithium batteries also have a self-heating function. So they'll actually stay warm throughout the winter using some of the solar power that's coming in. So stay tuned. I don't know. We'll look at it next year and see what it looks like and make a decision.
Waking up this morning to 6 fresh inches of snow, quiet birds, and some blue sky. It's the day before Thanksgiving. Oh, look. Good morning. Good morning. It's the day before Thanksgiving, and today Ethan flies home. So really hoping that the airports get all plowed out and everything goes off without a hitch. Super excited to see him, excited for Logan and Ethan to see each other, and excited to share some family time. Good morning, Missy. That's there might be some bird seed. I just put bird seed up there in that. There's nothing there. Sorry. So beautiful. Just came up to the cabin to check on things. I shoveled a couple of days ago, but it's so cold. My dad's awesome cutouts look incredible with all this frost on them. Look at that. I mean, it was -5 degrees today. It was -7 yesterday. So it's a little snowy, but I did clear the deck, thankfully, and check out how cold the river looks. I mean, can you just imagine how cold that is? There's my dad's horn. Look at the beauty. That is where we get to live. Love it.
Well, hello there. There's been a time warp. We're about, I don't know, a week and a half
Yeah.
after what we showed you with the ice wall. And we're driving back up to get a Christmas tree today. So we're going to show you that too.
Today's Christmas tree day, but there are people climbing on the wall. So we wanted to do a little update and show you
I think it's out of focus.
the progress.
Here is the ice wall. This is after several days of super, super cold temperatures. And so it's pretty much open. There's nobody climbing right now, but this is climbable. This is the, what is it?
Dynamite shack.
This is the Dynamite Shack. Still making ice up there. And we're going to stop at the beer garden on the way up too, where there's more ice. This is the new area, the new pump and all that. So it's about, what is it, 20 degrees right now?
Yeah, it's a lot warmer than it has been.
Yeah.
It's been negative degrees for days.
Yeah, it's been like -10, -15. So it's a nicer day today. That's why we're going up to get our tree. And look at the mountains off in the distance. They're beautiful. All right, we pulled into the beer garden and we are walking down to the, I guess it's the east end of it. And the ice is just gorgeous. I'm gonna flip around and show you. All right, here is the beer garden. It is pretty cool. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more and kind of show you these ice falls. There's actually a climber on the wall right now, so we're gonna show you that in a second.
You can hear the water.
Yeah. River is frozen though. It's pretty much just running underneath now. It looks like it's still pretty thin. I don't know, maybe not.
I think that water might be dripping from the farming.
Yeah. Yeah. Look how beautiful this ice is though. All these just drips.
And it's just getting started.
And it's not even cold out here right now. I'll zoom out a little bit so you can kind of see the whole wall. And this is just one part of it. This is just the eastern side, I think we decided.
Yeah.
And then, oh, there you can see the climber. There he is. He's up there. He's doing his thing. I'm blinded by the sun. The camera might be too. We're gonna walk a little bit closer to him so you can see him. And then this is the parking area. And that tent over there is the warming hut that we'll pop in. Uh-oh, what's Buffy doing? She's going down to the river. Let's see. There's probably about 4 to 6 inches of snow. You gonna cross it? Right. Oh, it is running, huh?
It's awesome.
Don't fall in.
It's so cool.
Remember last time this was like, you could see all the waterfalls? Now it's all frozen in.
Look at how the water's running underneath
Yeah,
over
it goes
there.
underneath right here.
So pretty.
I wouldn't want to walk across it quite yet.
No, that water sound is definitely coming from the farming.
Can you guys hear that on the video? It sounds like it's raining, but it's just water dripping off the wall here. It's so cool. It almost looks fake. It almost looks like somebody painted this or made it out of plastic.
Yeah, but since we're here and we feel it, we know it's real, but that's how beautiful it is.
This area down here, I think, is known as the beach. People will come down here in the summer and kind of hang out here by the river. I don't think I'd want to be in a swimsuit today. It's a little chilly. But we're walking back up. It's crazy how this side of the canyon can support this awesome ice wall with all of this ice. And the other side of the canyon is dry as can be because it's facing south. So we get sun exposure. This side never gets sun exposure because it faces north. Just wanted to show you this climber. He's doing a great job. He's getting towards the top here. Got the pickaxe. He's got the spikes on his shoes. What are those called? Crampons?
Yep.
I know virtually nothing about ice climbing. I always just feel like there's going to be a huge chunk of ice that's going to break off.
They do.
Obviously, he's roped in. But I also always worry that, you know, it's all dependent on whoever tied the rope and how strong the rope is. Oh, there goes ice. Oh my goodness.
I think early in the season too, he's like testing. He's whacking and whacking.
Oh my goodness. Hopefully there's nobody underneath him.
And he's testing.
Yeah, he's breaking off.
To see.
Huh. It's pretty neat.
See, he knows that's not a good. There he goes. Got a good.
All that ice coming down.
He got a good bite.
Oh man.
Now he's got to pull his foot up high.
This is just kind of mesmerizing to watch. Oh.
He's got a good bite now.
It looks fun, but also exceptionally challenging. You can just hear the ice just crashing.
He's solo.
Yeah, yeah. All right, and then here's the nice little warming hut. So they have a little donation box out here, because all this is kind of just funded by volunteers and donations, I think. And we come inside, and just a couple places to sit and relax, a whole bunch of wood burning stove, and then supplies to light the fire. So just a place to come thaw out.
And it's just respected by all the climbers and support people. And people when this wood runs out, people bring their own. We saw a car up the road a little bit. She was unloading firewood from their car.
Just bring it. Yeah. Nice little mini hatchet. That's
Pretty
how you
cool.
know you're in a small town. You probably wouldn't find just a mini hatchet laying around in the city. All right. So yeah, there's an update of the ice wall in Lake City. All right, so we are heading up the hill to get our 2024 Christmas
tree. And we're with Mom and Dad. And they don't want to be on camera because they're camera shy, but they're with us. So it's a family outing. Ethan and his girlfriend Bailey are going to meet us up here.
Maybe.
Yeah, they were still in
We'll see.
sleep mode. And Logan's working today, but we're hoping to have a full family dinner and decorating session tonight. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, so we haven't really picked one out yet, so we have to kind of go up and find one. We're looking for about 7 to 8 feet.
Yeah.
Something like
And
that.
a crowded tree. I'm very particular because, you know, it's that, can we talk about that like double-edged sword situation where this morning we're like, should we get an artificial tree? It's like, and then you got to store it, and it's made of plastic, and it's going to end up in the landfill. Do we cut a tree? Is that sad for the trees? Well, maybe, but if we find a tree that's crowded in with neighbors, maybe we'll thin it out and do a favor. But I do feel like it's more sustainable to cut the tree than to buy the plastic tree.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
It probably is.
I mean,
we're doing this on private land where there's so many trees, so it's not like we're deforesting the area, one tree a year out of probably 100,000 that are on the land. So
it's certainly a decision that we roll over every year.
yeah.
So.
And we always burn the tree and enjoy that later.
We do. We burn the
Fire
tree.
pit.
We have a tradition of burning the tree. And so, you know.
So come along. I am not dressed for traipsing through a tree hunt quite yet. So we're going to get warmer and go up the hill a little bit to our property and find a tree.
Let's do it.
It's a little frosty up here at the cabin. We're just making a pit stop, checking things out before we head up for the tree. Here's the fire pit in the summer. It's a little frozen in. Beautiful day though. There's not a cloud in the sky. Not a cloud in the sky. All right, we're trying to identify tracks in the snow. We've got rabbit for sure. Is it all rabbit?
This is not rabbit.
What's this?
This is maybe fox or coyote. You see, because there's no like 3 leaves. So this is rabbit. See this?
Show me rabbit.
See the 3 pokes? Like this.
Oh, yeah.
That's rabbit.
Wait, let me get my shadow out of the way right there.
See, that's rabbit.
Is that tail?
That's their back
That's
legs.
their, like, little bunny tail?
But then this is not rabbit. This is like,
So that's 1 footer.
and it's not deep, so it's not heavy like a deer. So it's like a coyote or a fox.
I was going to say fox.
And then look at these. These are wings. Oh, look. You can see the little rabbit paws. Actually, they're little pads there.
Yeah, for sure.
But this, see that? That's wings. So Raven lands here, and that's his tail feathers.
Whoa, that's
See?
cool. Yeah, you can definitely see it.
Yeah.
So he's facing towards you.
So he's facing towards me. Those are his tail
And he
feathers.
has 2 claws.
But you can see these little bunny paws. They're so cute.
As long as we're not seeing any Bigfoot tracks, I'm all right.
Yeah. So there
What's
is.
that out there? That looks like
What?
something happened over here.
Oh, yeah.
What's this all about? This has like a stain on the snow.
Uh-oh. Pee.
Somebody pee out here?
That's pee.
Yellow snow.
I think it's. Don't eat the yellow snow.
No, there's no footprints. There's no human footprints leading up to this.
No, I think this is
What's
rabbit.
this right here? What's this trail? Is that rabbit too? What is
No,
that?
that's not rabbit.
It doesn't go anywhere. Oh yeah, whatever it is peed right here.
Those are rabbits. See those 3?
Oh, sorry, my glove got in the way. Yeah, whatever it is peed right there in that hole.
Yeah. It was warm pee too.
A lot of tracks out here. Boy, the animals love this meadow. And we're ruining it with our tracks. All right, we came back. I swear, we're on our way to get the tree, but we stopped at the Hard Tack Mine, and we want to check on the status of the nuns. If the door will open.
Stand by.
Is it frozen? We got it. Ooh, they're quite a bit bigger. They're growing.
Uh-oh.
What?
Something broke off.
Oh, yeah.
None broke from somewhere.
There's some growing on the shovel. Look how big these guys are. They're probably 1 foot or more now.
Yeah.
And they're starting to get their shape. They're growing up nicely. And look at this wall of ice right here. This is groundwater that seeps through the portal here. And I guess it's kind of like warm enough up top for the water to run down, and then down here it's colder, and then it all ices up, I guess. But you get big rivers of ice right here. Well, this ice all broke off from something. But as soon as you get to right about here, it's no longer freezing in here. We'll keep checking on this throughout the year. I don't know if you can kind of tell how they're starting to get a nun shape. Maybe, maybe not, but I like how they're all growing up on the side of the wall too. That's pretty neat. These ones over here, kind of in and out of that, over that piece of equipment and coming up the shovels. That's neat. Let the search begin for the Griswold family Christmas tree. There are only 2 rules in getting our Christmas tree. It can't be anywhere near the road, and it must be on a slope at least 45 degrees or greater. Last year we got our tree about halfway up this hill right here, coming up Henson Creek Road, and this year I think we're going to traipse up in this area and see if we can find one up there. Look who came to join us for the Christmas tree hunt. Beautiful day. The sun was up for about 30 seconds, but now it's down, and we're heading up. Clark, Audrey's lips are frozen.
Clark. Audrey's. What is the next one?
It's like
Audrey can't feel her face.
you can't feel her lips or her legs. Dad, did you bring the saw?
Darn it.
This is a nice little area up here.
I see a promising spot. Promising right there.
Where?
That guy.
The one that has 1 branch?
No. Taking for 7 feet.
It isn't that deep up here. You can tell how cold it's been. It's like ice crystal snow.
No?
That one's too big.
No, it's too big.
Mom's gonna say it's too alone.
It's too alone?
She only likes trees that are like crowded. So we're doing the other tree a favor by cutting the one down. There has to be a benefit. Well, you're getting close to satisfying the 45-degree requirement.
There's a purple right here.
Was there a deer battle?
That's kind of cliffy.
It looks cliffy.
FYI.
Maybe you shouldn't be that close to the cliffy.
It's cliffy.
How about down this way? Oh my God, I'm post holing. This is a lot of snow here. A lot of these trees are just too big. We're not gonna kill a 20-foot tree just to take the top of it. Look at this little meadow up here though. This is really nice. Maybe there's, I need to be a little careful here because I don't quite know where the edge is. You can't see it. You can see how deep. I've got pretty big boots. I'm going down pretty good. And oh, they're down there. There's some trees. Huh. How about over here? If you see a good tree, put it in the comments. Oh. I'll be here for winter break. Do you want it in theater or your room? I have a candidate. I have a candidate over here.
You do?
Maybe.
Dad has a candidate.
Oh, really? What do you think? It's a little sparse and it's a little brown, but I think that's just the kind of tree that it is. No. It doesn't have the right kind of needles.
Is it a pokey needle?
I think so. I think so. Yeah, this is not a good needle.
No, that's a good needle one. Touch it with your bare hand.
Oh yeah, it's soft. It's soft.
I'm not getting that one.
All right, we vetoed this tree because it, quote, doesn't look healthy enough, close quote. So we're still looking, and we're going to go down here to the left. And maybe that one. We made it down to that tree. This is a beautiful tree, but as happens in the forest, when you get close to it, this would definitely be a Clark Griswold tree. This is 12 feet. So that's too big. I hear Buffy making noise behind the tree over there. Okay, there's yelling off in the distance. We've probably gone a few hundred yards. The kids are down there. That looks pretty darn steep, but that's where we're going. I'm gonna slide down this hill. We're going down this way and around the corner because Mom's hooting and hollering like she found one. Let's go see what it is. If I can do this without falling. Kids are already kind of post-holed, so I got a little bit of a track here. Woo! It's like I'm skiing on boots. Now we're side hilling past the tree. Oh God. Okay. Made it. Let's see what you got. All right, we've now hiked into Utah, but we found a tree.
No, Bailey found this tree.
Bailey found this tree. We're thinking the one on the left, with a little bit off the bottom, could be about right.
And it's crowded in here. Here's my one question. Any of this cliff?
Yeah, I'd say yes.
Okay, I'm gonna approach from over here.
So she's gonna shake it. Let's see what it looks like with a little bit less snow on it.
Okay, pokey.
Not the right tree.
Pokey!
All we have to do is get across this canyon and look at the ones over there. That little one right there? That one? We have satisfied the distance requirement and the greater than 45-degree angle requirement. We've checked out 7 trees and we don't have one yet. Everything's been too small, too big, or too pokey. So we're still looking. Oh geez, don't fall down the mountain, Ethan. All right, we hiked back up to the road, no major injuries. And now we have our sights on that one, right up there. But it's on this steep slope, so we're gonna try to side hill up it. We decided to let Buffy go on a scouting mission. There's no sense all of us hiking up there. So she's heading up to see what it's gonna look like. She said it's a crowded spot too. She's way up on the hillside, still looking. Thinks she found one maybe.
Yeah.
All right, we have a winner. We're all spectating from the road, but she's up there with a bunch of trees that are all crowded together. She's gonna cut it down and drag it down. He's going to be famous on YouTube when he falls off this cliff. He's going up to join. He's going pretty fast, faster than I would. Oh, she's cutting already. Wait!
Oh, does he really want to? Oh my God, he's so fast!
I know, it's unbelievable. 20 seconds to get up that. All right, they're up there deliberating. It's down to 2.
There it goes.
All right, we hear a chainsaw. I can't really see them. They're behind the big tree. So we're in suspense to see what they bring down. Here they come. Trying not to fall down the hillside. Buff has the saw and Ethan's dragging a tree. We definitely satisfied the requirements of 45-degree slope and at least 300 yards from the road. Oh, I'm starting to see the tree. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty full.
Less fragile.
Careful,
It's a little rock, yeah.
That is really steep.
Just throw it in.
Oh, avalanche. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that looks awesome. Okay, let's stand it up. Here we present to you the Griswold family Christmas tree. Oh, it's perfect height too. Nice. Love it. There it is, all loaded up. We're heading down and we'll show it to you standing up when we get it in the house. Mission complete. How do you like my hat? You like my hat? Yeah, I thought so. We'll see you downhill in the house where we get the tree set up. The tree is home. The Griswold family Christmas tree is ready for the final steps. So it's laying on its side and we're just gonna come in and trim off some of these lower branches so it can fit in the stand, and then we're gonna cut off about 3 or 4 inches off the bottom, have a nice fresh cut, nice horizontal fresh cut on the bottom so it can soak up some water and survive the next month. So we're gonna cut, drag inside, and set it up.
All right, then. Here's our beautiful tree. Needs a little bit of trimming. We're going to trim it up. Look at how pretty it is.
Tree's getting its first bath. See if it drinks.
It'll drink.
It looks pretty darn good.
Not hot water, but warm water for those sap vessels or sap tubes.
Okay. This tree's probably about 2 or 3 feet shorter than what we normally have. We were shooting for even a little shorter than this one, but it was the good tree. It was the perfect tree.
It's hard to know when you're up there on the side of the mountain.
And this is what happens when you cut a tree in the mountains, is you come home with snow everywhere. So we're gonna have a wet floor till all this thaws out. It won't take long. Heater's going. Here's an update. Just lighting so far, but Puffy spent a couple of hours putting all the lights and the colored lights on the tree. No topper yet, no ornaments yet. That's coming later, but so far so good. Okay, Ethan, show us the first ornament of 2024. What is the first ornament?
Oh yeah.
Go Huskies. Tree in progress. And the finale.
Okay, hold on.
It's very stressful.
It's too long.
Do we have another topper?
It's the one off the other
Try
tree.
2. First topper was too heavy for this tree.
Does that work?
Attempt number 17 for putting on the tree topper. Ooh, it looks good. Oh, it's gonna stay. Yes. Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. Oh! All right, mission accomplished.
What a day.
The tree is up. The star is lit.
Yeah, I'm very happy with this tree. It's beautiful, and it came from a spot that I, was good with.
Yep. Way
Crowded
up
trees,
on the side of the hill.
way up high. There was probably 10 trees in that stand, so
Yep.
it was good, and it's beautiful.
It's a beautiful tree. Thanks for coming along with us. We had a great dinner. We had pot pie. We watched Christmas Vacation.
Yep.
And decorated the tree. And
Yeah.
now we're going to bed.
And we're going to bed. It's exhausting. I told Gary that I don't think I'm going to be able to pull down all the lights from the attic and stuff forever. That's a lot of work.
So thanks for coming along on our ice wall, Hard Tack Mine, Christmas tree, snow ice journey.
Wow, that's a collaboration, isn't it? Okay, well, thank you.
See you guys next time.
See you real soon.